Hello, guys. Welcome back to No For Real podcast. This is Yasmeen.
And this is your co-host, Thuraya. We miss you truly.
But
we are busy girls.
Very busy.
Past, some weeks.
Very, very busy.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been...
since we held
it's been a week.
a podcast, yeah.
Yeah. So we miss y'all so much.
Not a week. Since
we filmed.
Since
yes,
we filmed.
it's been a long time.
Yes.
But since we dropped,
Yeah.
We missed 1 week. So sorry. We
It happened
apologize.
last time too, I think, or the time before,
The
where
time
we
before,
missed,
I think.
where we weren't able to record the
I was
last
sick.
episode. It's always the last episode.
Was it the last?
It was the last
Okay,
episode.
yeah. That one time I was sick, but this time I had to travel, so we could not film that week. And then we just had to make y'all wait 1 more week, and we are back. And
But
better
also,
than
we
ever.
had it planned, and a plan changed on us,
True,
you know?
true.
And then we couldn't.
Like we were trying our best to finish this season.
We had it planned. We're
promise
like,
y'all.
1, 2, 3, done. We're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're the most consistent out there, so don't even come for us.
No, with the podcast,
Yes.
we are. And y'all, you think it's easy. I swear to God,
not.
everybody thinks it's easy, but consistency is not easy.
At all.
I was only able to be super consistent with my own channel for 2 years, bro.
Yeah.
After it breaks the shit out of you. Weekly shit, it's not easy. So
Very hard, yeah.
it just depends on what you do as well. But I've seen people that do daily, or 5 days a week. And I know that's not easy.
Like podcasting?
It's a team. Yeah. It's like a team of people.
Oh my God.
Every day they drop an hour.
Oh my God.
So basically they wake up at 6 in the morning. They have they start recording at 9 to 12 or 1 or 2. They're good. They drop it. So that's
Lord.
every day, 5 days of the week. They do
That's-
podcasting, especially people who do political things. Yeah.
It makes
Or
sense
pop
because
culture.
there's an update every single day.
Or if there's a case, a big
Politically.
case going on,
So,
you know?
yeah,
So
yeah.
It's crazy.
I could never be me. I can't.
It's
be
hard.
doing
It's not
5.
easy. It's hard.
It's not even the edit or the amount of time
it's
or
putting
the
yourself on
drive.
camera,
It's
yeah.
just talking. It's draining.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes when we're recording, we have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really tired from work. I'm tired from everything that is going on in my life. And I'm like, I would rather not talk right now. But I still do it, you know? And most of the time, 80% of the time, I'm very happy to do it. But
Same.
sometimes, I'm just
I
tired,
get some days
exhausted.
where I don't want to talk.
Yeah.
Today, I don't seriously, it's just a day that I feel like I shouldn't be talking.
Oh, today?
No, not today.
Oh,
Some
in
days I wake
yeah.
up and I'm like, today I shouldn't be talking.
Yeah.
Or I don't want to talk. But it just depends.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I'm a talkative person after all, so.
I am too, but I'm also a listener. So I could
Oh,
do,
me too. I
but
love listening.
I can just chill and let you
Yeah.
talk for hours and I'll be listening and happy to listen.
Same.
And there are some times that you cannot stop me. If I hit play, it's not
I think that's healthy.
stopping.
Everybody's like that.
Yeah.
Tell us, girly, about Iraq. Tell us, because it's been 15 years.
Hi,
okay, guys. So you had the same shock that I had back in 2021.
Yes.
Because I went December 2021, and it was after 15 years of not going.
Wait, hold on. Was 15 years for you as well?
Yeah, it was 15.
That's insane.
Yeah, it was 15. And it was insane.
This
is why I really want to know. Because I did a whole vlog, and y'all did not see 75% of what happened in Iraq to me. I did not record 75%.
Yeah, you recorded whatever that was.
I recorded what
possible at that moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the things that were inside me, the times that I was crying my shit off, the times that I was like, what?
Yeah.
It's just a completely different experience than when I went 2 years after.
Yeah.
That first time was not the same. So I really want to know from your perspective how it was.
I'm just still shocked that we're both 15 years. That's crazy. Anyways.
It's a good number.
Yeah. It's a nice, very nice number. Okay. So it came out of the blue that I was going to go. I got to a point where I was very, very stressed. And I just felt like I need to go back to home. That's it. Like, I just could not. A week before the trip, I was just like crying and in my room and like talking to my family. And I'm like, I cannot do it here. Like, I can't do it anymore. So I booked a flight and I came out and I told my mom, I was like, I booked the flight and we're going. The whole week before my trip, I literally feel like I'm sick to my stomach. I don't know how to explain it. Getting really nervous. And like, if you touch me, I literally go off on you. Like, don't even talk to me. And the moment we got into the plane, I literally did not want to talk at all. My mom was like really excited and trying to talk to me. And I'm like, let me just sleep. I don't want to think about anything. We get there. We went to Qatar. So we got to Qatar and we had to lay over one night. So I even got more stressed out.
Travel
I was like,
anxiety.
I just want to be there already.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to waste a second.
Yeah.
And the second morning, we got into the flight to go from Qatar to Baghdad. And at that moment, we got in everybody, and I started hearing everybody speaking in Iraqi.
So weird.
And I was like, what is going on? Like, this is not what I'm used to. And I started crying in the plane. And my mom was like, please stop. Like, everybody's going to be like, why are you crying? And I was like, it's okay. I don't care.
Yeah.
And it just felt weird. The closer and closer we get to the city, and I'm looking at the map, I'm like, my heart is beating super fast. And we got out, and in the airplane, I just lost it. I just started crying, and my mom was happy. She didn't do anything. Like, she was just laughing at me. And I saw my cousin and my aunt and everybody. They were all waiting for us outside. And then the moment that I left the building and I went outside, I do not know how to explain it, but there's a smell in Baghdad that it's only there, and it never changed ever since I was a kid. And as the moment that I experienced that, I was like, okay, like there is no, just walking from the door to the car, I was like, zero stress.
Yeah.
Nothing. I did not feel anything, didn't feel stressed. And I have not felt that in 15 years.
Yeah.
So I was in the car the entire time. I was crying. And everybody was laughing at me. My cousin was like, what's wrong with you? I was like, leave me alone. It's been 15 years.
I'm the type of person that I cannot cry. Like, no. I don't know why. Like, if I'm not alone, you do not see my tears.
No, I don't know how. I'm not a crybaby in front of everybody, but it was uncontrollable. Like, I could not. And I would laugh and talk to them, but I'm crying at the same time. So I started seeing the city and stuff. We passed by a university, Baghdad University, and that university was like my dream.
It's like the airport drive to the city. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I started seeing things that if I had stayed there, I could have been to, or
it's that like was all a new construction, like the whole drive from the airport to the city.
That university has been there forever. It's the exact same building, same old stuff. Honestly, everything that is new it doesn't have my heart. I'm just looking at things that reminds me of the time when I was a kid. And we got home and we ate and we took a nap and we woke up and my uncle was like, come outside with me. And I started preparing the garden. That's just something that we do back home. And we prepared the tea, and those small things were making me the happiest person ever.
Of course.
We were just sitting down, drinking tea. And the first day I didn't even want to leave the house. So I just stayed in the garden. And my cousins were like, let's go get some ice cream. And distances to me is different. Baghdad is very small compared to Houston. So they were driving like a 20-minute drive. So I'm like, okay, maybe that's really the ice cream place. And out of nowhere, my cousin was like, look, what is this? And I see an old supermarket that I used to go to. So they took me to my actual neighborhood when I was a kid. And they took me to our old house. It doesn't look like the exact one. They demolished it and they built a new one. They took me to my old elementary school, and we were just driving around. And at that moment, I think that was the last time that I cried. Like, that's it. The next,
I mean, you've seen everything
Yeah.
that meant a lot. They
Literally.
knew what to do. They're like, let's get it
Literally.
out of her.
I slept, woke up the next morning, super happy, stress-free, not thinking about anything, just enjoying the moment and not even thinking a second ahead. And I stayed like that for 11 days. And I was, going, seeing family, seeing friends, and enjoying the time there. And 2 days before we left, I went back to crying because I started feeling the stress of me having to leave again. And up until now, it's like it feels like a dream. Like it felt like a dream. That's how I felt. That's on that. But yeah.
How about the things that pissed you off? Because I know these shit do not disappear. There are so many good things to see back home, but there are so many things that also gets on your nerve.
To be honest with you, I'm not even gonna lie. I even enjoyed those things that pissed me off.
Like what?
Like people. Like we have talked about, Iraq does not have customer service. So we went to do our ID to update it because we never got the new one, and we had to redo the passport, expired and all of that. So there is no customer service. Absolutely, like
Yeah, for sure.
the men are very, how do you say it? Like very, I don't want to say the men. That's me
The employees.
being the employees. Some of the men are very disrespectful, and they are whatever you want to say it. Like they're not respecting women, and they are saying like very things that they should not be saying at a workplace. Basically like sexually harassing you, and you're just chilling. Yeah. And that I'm not used to it. And when I got out, what was weird,
Like you get confused. It's like, did this happen?
Literally, that part I was feeling like because my cousins like from there, they were like, oh, like it's a compliment. They complimented you, and I'm like, no, this is sexual harassment. That's not a compliment. So I felt like I'm Americanized in that sense. That's the part that I was like, oh, if that would happen there, this shit would not slide. But that's the part that I literally hated. I did not like at all. It was very uncomfortable.
I felt that from women, not men.
Oh, first of all, wait, listen.
To be honest,
I
I was always with men. Nobody said this shit to me, but I can judge a person from a third person perspective, and I'm like, did I just see what happened?
No, because older
But with
women, they
me,
got me.
The
Yeah.
older women got me to that
God,
level.
Lord.
I was like, I can't even look into your eyes.
Good God, Lord. Yeah.
Like you literally taking off my clothes,
Yeah.
looking at me.
Yeah.
From older women.
Yes. That I experienced that. I did experience
Yeah,
that.
it's scary.
And we would go to the shopping
Bro, I'm talking
places.
bad. This is so bad. But like, I'm sorry, guys. You have to understand that this is a third world country. Literally, like we are seeing like Iraq flourishing just in the past 3 years. Like that's the start from us, and it was going through shit for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
Before that. So yeah, like other people were evolving, we were degrading.
Yeah, and that's normal
So it's
for a nation that went through
Exactly.
war,
Exactly.
and that is recovering mentally
From
and physically from
2003 to
so many
to
things.
2022, probably.
Yeah, I feel like COVID time, and
Yeah.
then everything started getting
2020.
good.
So crazy years.
And actually, when they started protesting 2017,
I'm
I feel
saying-
like that's the time that is really change started happening faster.
Yeah.
But before that, yes, Iraq was going down the hill.
Yeah.
Now
So when
it's
we're
much
speaking
better.
about it, you have to understand that a lot of those people that we're talking about, they're kind of the majority of the type of people that you see in the places where you're doing your passports, your citizenship papers, like anything.
and it's not even all
It's
of
like
them.
the DMV here, you
Kind
know,
of,
like you
kind of.
see a community or a type of people that you usually don't see on your regular every day-to-day basis, and those people, you have to think that they lived through war. So I'm not trying to show you Iraq in a bad way. I swear to God, that's not the thing. Iraq is so beautiful because we have a culture that you do not find anywhere else. Okay, like it has a special vibe. But the type of people that you have to deal with to get your shit done is insane.
Yes.
Is insane.
Obviously,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be saying how much we miss it and how much if we don't actually
like
love
we
it.
literally
Like
cried. Like
2
we were,
seconds,
Yeah.
you tell me in a heartbeat, I'll move there. Like
Exactly.
it's my hometown. I would
Exactly.
forever love it, and it's the only place that makes me feel comfortable. To be honest with you,
Exactly.
But there are things that I think if we address it, maybe can get better, or we can educate people about it, because it's really not nice.
But it's really not addressed on social media. Like even people who do content creation from Iraq do not speak about this because we are sick of it. I know that. But we also we have to put some light on it. We have to put a spotlight on the bad things, not just the good things, because people start ignoring the bad things. And people who are seeing the good things really want to move back, but let's fix the important things to
literally.
run a country happily so people can come back and build the country.
I feel
Passionate people.
I feel like when you said content creating or whatever, if you are not Iraqi, you are treated completely different.
Of course.
If you are Iraqi, and I feel the resentment.
Yes.
That you're walking in. I totally feel them though. You're walking in with an American passport.
Yeah.
Trying to get your Iraqi papers done.
Like,
I see the
why you
resentment.
here? Yeah,
like
yeah.
they're looking at us, and one of them literally said, and he was like, "Why didn't you do it there in one of the consult? What? How do you say it?
Consul.
The Iraqi consuls, yeah.
Or the embassy.
And he was like, you could have, embassy.
Yeah.
You could have went to Michigan. You could have went to this and this and that. And I was like, I'm coming here. If I go there, I'll spend $3,000 on a plane and everything.
Wow. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Plane, hotel, everything.
True.
You know.
They don't do them in the one that we have here in Houston.
No, they don't
not
have.
yet.
They don't have the machine to do the passports.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're ordering it, but they don't have it in here yet.
Gotcha.
So, because it just opened like 6 months ago, I think, or something like that. So I couldn't say anything really. Like, I know they're being rude to me, but I know where they're coming from. Because at the same time, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I walk in with a passport that is not Iraqi, trying to get my other things done, it just does not sit right with me. It did not sit right with me at all. I could have actually entered Iraq with my non-Iraqi passport, but also that I did not want to do. So I entered with one that was almost going to get expired. And that's why I had to go and do it there. Like, I put myself in a situation where I have to go and get it done because I didn't want to feel for a second that somebody's looking at me and feeling like I'm not from here, or I'm not Iraqi enough. Does that make sense? And I felt that in a lot of situations where I go and they be like asking for my Iraqi papers.
Why do you feel bad that somebody is questioning you? Why you?
Because there's always a guilt of leaving. There is the guilt.
Okay, you have that. I don't have that guilt
I
at all.
100% have the guilt.
I would have been the biggest loser if I was still in Iraq, to be honest, education-wise.
No, that's not true. That's not true. There's very successful people that graduated from Iraq that are directors, that are artists, that are architects. You can't say that.
There's a big chunk of the years that have passed that Iraq was not giving you chances to do what you want.
And
it was delaying a lot of people, while a lot of people had a lot of tools to move forward.
And that's true. That's
so we can't just ignore that. Like, people should not feel shame for leaving during that time, because it was, you either be a loser, die, or leave.
But if
we had a time that also even going to school, you would die.
Yes, I get it. I'm not saying
so
that.
So how do you feel like why would you feel like it's okay for people to feel guilt? I don't think so. People were put in situations that it's death or living or dipshit.
And that is, we have two different perspectives, and I think we've talked about this before.
How do you feel guilty about that?
I feel that I could have stayed on my ground, and that's it. Technically, Thuraya, I came to a country that invaded my hometown.
And that's what they wanted.
Yes.
So you can't feel guilt because you were you and your whole family were put in a situation where you had to leave. You had no options. For you guys to have the life and the mentality and this image and give excuse to Iraq and see how it's becoming, and you look at it from a different viewpoint, you weren't able to get to this point if you were still in Iraq and did not leave when you left. Like there shouldn't be any guilt during war when you leave, especially
I
from
do
the Middle
feel it,
East.
and I
It's
cannot.
like,
I felt it, and I cannot unfeel it. I felt like also, it's not also only guilt. It's a part of me that I wish I didn't leave, because I could have had that peace of mind of me being in a place where I belong to, where I feel like physically and emotionally and mentally I am there, and I'm just at peace. I have not felt this much peace in a long time.
gotcha.
Regardless of the inconveniences. The electricity goes off every,
Yeah.
you know, like
This is probably what you like also.
yeah, like there is part of me that it tied back to my childhood,
Yeah.
that I could not feel
Yeah.
anywhere else. That's it. Like I think I told you before, the closest thing that made me feel this is Barcelona, because it's very people are very friendly, outgoing, just like it is back home, and it's very diverse and you know what I mean. But it also, right now, my view on Barcelona or any other city that I visited is completely different, because nothing feels like home, period. Like nothing.
No, nothing feels
absolutely
like
nothing.
home, but I also try to always, I don't know, like I don't see not even a 1% association of guilt with leaving because of war, and it's a death or a living situation.
I'm telling you, me,
Like,
as a person,
I cannot associate guilt with that, but I see where you're coming from. You
Yes.
feel like you should have stayed. It's okay. It's your country.
yeah, and whatever
And you should
happens,
die for it
happens.
if it
To me,
if
it's like,
written for you to die. Yes.
to me, I survived
Yes.
15 years, whether I was here, back home, or
Yeah.
I was in China, or I was in Japan, wherever it was.
Yeah.
I was meant
I see where you're
to
coming from.
live 15 years.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why was I scared to leave? Because I thought I was going to be dead. When it's like, if it's meant to be that I will die, I can die right here, right now, at this moment, you know?
I feel like it's just fate. Like,
Literally, it
it's
doesn't
just
matter
fate.
where you are.
Yeah.
And
No,
it's just the
I feel like our lives
of course,
are just
all
it's
of
just
it.
fate.
Yeah. I can't be like, you know, I chose. And
Your feelings to Iraq and how you feel right now would have not happened if you did not leave and
Yeah, of
left it
course.
for 15 years. This emotional thing that you're talking about Iraq and the love that you have for it, maybe, I don't know, but maybe you would have not felt if you lived those 15 years, the past 15 years in Iraq versus here,
For
you
sure.
know?
That-
So I
that's-
see that, like, there's always fate in things that you go through.
that I agree
Yeah.
with. But there is something, it's not even, Iraq for sure. It's the whole country, and I'm from there, and
Yeah.
I'm very proud. But there's something about Baghdad. It's not anywhere
Yeah.
else.
It's where
when
you grew
we
up.
used to go to any other place. I'm originally from the West, so we would go to my grandpa's farm. Me and my sister, something about Baghdad, we would go for 1 week away from it, and we would all start crying, wanting to go back.
Yeah.
Like, so it's not even like, I wanted it to see other places in Iraq, but I was like, I'm in Baghdad, I'm happy. I don't want to go anywhere else at this point. But yeah, I don't know, it was a lot of complex feelings that I felt at that moment that I'm still trying to process and understand how it was. But yeah, I already
So
miss
you
it.
don't like the treatment, the customer service.
Yeah, that, and then
Everything else is very convenient. by the
everything
way.
else
Yeah.
is very, very nice. The social life is
Exactly.
amazing. The one day over there feels like a week. You literally wake up in the
Soft
morning,
life.
you have breakfast together, you chit chat, you go outside, you buy stuff, you come back, you eat lunch, you sleep, you wake up. You know, like you just do so much in a day.
True.
And everybody leaves their job early, like 2 p.m., 1 p.m.
True. Stop. Hey.
So it just felt very, very nice. I would have to say that there are things that I was also very, very proud of. I think the younger generation in Iraq,
Oh, very educated.
very educated, very open-minded,
diverse,
yes,
very
Loved
hopeful, very helpful. Like, honestly, I have so much faith in the newer Iraqi generation than the old one, to be honest.
Yes,
a lot easier to deal with. They even have customer service, yo.
Yeah. No, they do. They're very nice.
I swear.
The older one, because they are the one that actually experienced all the hard shit in Iraq, the war, the killing,
they lived it through
everything.
things,
That was insane.
Yeah.
But the newer generation, I think they are the one that they saw enough, they got traumatized from it, and they're choosing to change that.
And they have the tools now to look and mirror what they want from other places that are doing better than them. Before that, we did not have tools.
True. And
we have tools, we have easy access to a lot of things.
Of course, just like any other country, you know, in today's world, we have a lot of easy access to everything, basically. They got ChatGPT. Exactly. Like, you can ask ChatGPT anything.
Exactly. It's a different world
literally
than the world that we left Iraq in. Completely.
Yeah. And there is multiple different areas in Baghdad that you get to experience different kind of people.
True.
I went to a place, it's called Shar al-Mutanabbi. It's a street of, basically, it's the old city of Baghdad. So there's a court area, there's an army thing, like buildings that are very old, but they're no longer serving as those buildings. Most of them are like restaurants and places to sit and gather. And you just go in there, and there's a bunch of bookstores. It's known for its bookstores and leather goods, handmade stuff. And I went to one of the guys, and he looked like he's 2019, not any older than that. I went
2019, like born in 2019?
No, sorry. I meant like he's 20 years or 19 years old. That's how old you would give him.
Oh, okay.
So I went up to him, and I was asking him about a book, and, to ask him how much it is. And I know that book. I always wanted it. So I told him I was going to get it. And I was telling my cousin, I was like, I want another book, but I kind of just want to get a random one and see what it has. So he looked at me, and he was like, I can help you with that. And he started talking to me, and he's telling me of some of the books that he was recommending me. And he started explaining each one of the book. He probably read the entire thing that he has,
for sure.
And the way he's articulating everything, and just very, very well educated, and you could tell that he does not have the financial means to support himself to maybe get a higher education or something like that, but very well educated and very young. And I literally looked at him, and I was like, I'm speechless. Like, I can't say anything. Like, at your age in Iraq, with so much limited, like, we're saying that you have all the resources, but just you also have limits. You know, for example, his financial situation limits. Like, he's just like so well educated and so well spoken that I was very amazed. And I ended up like talking to him a little bit, and I was like, I'm really happy like you're doing this. And he was like, yeah, I love books. This is like my passion. And I was like, oh my God, like this is amazing. And just everybody else, I started walking.
See how surprised you were about that?
Yeah.
So when I tell you, if somebody would have stayed in Iraq in the past 15 years, I would be shocked to see that they're educated and doing what they love, because Iraq did not have the resources. It just opened, and this is the biggest proof that you were surprised and so happy and excited to see somebody that still moved on and was able to read all those books and tell you about them. No, you were surprised.
No, I am. I'm not saying that I'm not, but I don't see the link to it. Why wouldn't I be the same way if I was from the city? If I had lived there, listen, we can disagree. if we had stayed there, right?
But this is a fact. Like, we cannot disagree and agree about a fact that Iraq was going
There
through
is no-
a lot of things that it was so hard.
But
and
we
almost
agreed on
impossible.
that. We didn't say that. I
it's
never said that I
shocking.
don't agree.
And it's
We can go
shocking.
back. I never said that I don't agree. I agree with you.
Yeah.
But the part that I'm saying that I don't agree on is if I had stayed there for the entire time, there is difference between people in Iraq. That's what I'm saying. There's different areas that you experience different kind of people and different mentalities. So if I am well educated,
Yeah.
and I know exactly what I'm doing, and I go to Al-Mutanabbi, or if I go to I don't know, Yarmouk or any other place in Iraq, I'm going to feel more connected to certain people and appreciate them, and I'm going to feel disconnected from other people, whether I have lived there for the entire time or I have left the city. Of course, if I have left the city, it will be a little bit more obvious because I'm experiencing everything new. Everything to me is very shocking. But if I am from the city and very well educated, I will feel connected to certain people from the city and I'll feel disconnected from other people. You know what I mean? There's so many different groups in Baghdad and so many different mentalities.
Yes, but also this is why I don't feel like people should feel any type of guilt because they chose to leave Iraq in the past 15 years. That's all I'm trying to say.
But how is that connected to this?
Because you were shocked that you saw somebody who is 19, 20, very educated and doing what they love in the Shara, in the Mutanabbi street.
Yeah, because at our
Because
time,
you didn't expect
at
to
our
see
time,
somebody
we did
like
not
that.
have the privilege to do that. At our time, we were processing shit from war. He's way younger than, he was like
And
7,
this
8
is
years
why
younger
I don't
than
feel
me.
guilty, or should anybody feel guilty for leaving their country during a war. That's
I do, and I'm just, it's two different perspectives. It's not like I'm feeling guilty that I'm like blaming myself the entire time. I felt the guilt a little bit. I did feel the guilt.
And you understand why they treat you not nice?
No.
Or
That's
you-
not.
you
I'm
were
not
okay?
justifying their bullshit.
Okay.
I'm not justifying their bullshit. That's not what I'm saying.
But you saw the point.
I understand where they're coming from. I'm not justifying it, but I understand where they're coming from. Imagine you're sitting in a place where you feel like,
Don't you feel like it's a choice? Just like...
no, it's not a choice. You know very well it's not a choice. It took us 4 years to get approved.
Yeah, us too.
I have a friend that I actually met her dad there coincidentally.
Yeah.
That they have applied 11 years ago and they never got an approved.
Yeah,
It's not a choice
We
at
chose
all.
and we got
we're
lucky.
lucky.
We
We're
got
lucky.
True.
We're lucky.
But I don't think anybody should treat us any differently because a lot of people wished to leave. So people who got lucky and left, you should actually feel a little bit bad for them. Because now you are in your country, you didn't have to go through a lot of things that they had to go through. People who left did not have it
But
easy.
what did they have to sacrifice if they had stayed there? We got lucky. We left earlier. See, I see it from both perspectives.
Both people sacrificed in different ways. This is why I feel like it's horrible to treat other people in a bad way or look at them in a bad way when they're coming to their own country.
That's what
It's
I'm saying.
like
I'm not
everybody-
justifying what they're doing.
But you understand where they're
see-
coming from.
I see where they're coming
Of
from.
course,
That's all.
yes. I see
because
it
at
in
the end
their
of the
eyes.
day, we left
Yeah.
way earlier where ISIS and all of that came way later, 2014.
And it was horrible before that
It was,
too.
yeah. So that, I'm like,
was all horrible
we have
when we left.
experienced something once, they have experienced it twice.
True.
And I'm sure they will, God forbid, but I'm sure they will experience something going on later on.
I hope
if
not.
something-
I really
not.
hope
But like
not.
at some point, because of the countries that are around us, maybe something is crazy is going to happen. But we just, that's why when there is a protest happen over there, or there is something that they want to say about their living situation over there, I'm a person that I'm like, I cannot say anything. It's y'all saying, and we'll just agree with it because we don't live there.
Exactly.
We cannot say how they should feel.
Yeah.
They live there. They know exactly how bad it is or how good it is, and they can make their own judgment, and we agree with them.
Like
That's
when I
it.
talk to people who live there and ask them about the situation, when they tell me it's bad, I believe it. I can be like, oh, but I'm seeing this,
Literally,
because they're there. You know, what I'm seeing is what I'm seeing, but they're living it. is just like I just know that each side had to go through sacrifices. It's just different type of sacrifices
And different time.
and this is why I treat them really nicely when I go. Like any person that I meet, I'm like super nice, but not even once. Actually, no. Somebody recognized me and was nice to me after they recognized me, but it was all seriously bad. And if they're nice, they're trying to ask for something that is they're selling to me for more than what it's worth.
Honestly,
Like-
to me, I didn't experience many. I experienced a few, some. Most of the places, actually, one of the things that I actually love and miss about Iraq is when you are sitting and waiting on something and the person right next to you you're talking to, and they start just calling you my love, my... You know,
My
like
eyes.
just my eyes, my life, like just stuff like that.
True.
And they're completely from a different side of the town. They're completely from a different world. You are completely also from a different world, and you're telling them... They're asking you where you're from, and you tell them where you're from, and they're like, y'all are the best. Like you, like I'm so happy that I'm, met somebody from there. And that is very, very nice. And I really miss it here because people don't really show love here. It's like
Also
very robotic, to be honest.
We come from a country that is not individualistic. We are a community-based country.
Yes.
So when you know a last name, and that last name means a lot to you, and you've met two people from the same last name, and then you meet somebody in the street from the same last name, it's a big deal. You know what I mean? It's like you treat them like you treat the people that you met.
Family.
Exactly, like
family,
a family, like because we are a community base. It's very common because people communicate and attend each other events and put value to each other's lives. But here is like, okay, good. Congratulations, or hope you get well. Oh, I'll see you soon, but you never see them. You know what I mean? Like there is no community, and of course it's a choice everywhere. I understand that, but there it's not a choice.
It really isn't.
It's not a choice.
You know what? My mom, when we were living there, she had really bad anxiety. She would and I understand. We were during time that was very bad in Baghdad, and our neighborhood was really bad. So my mom was very overprotective over us. So when we went back this time,
oh my God, yes,
my mom was acting very overprotective too. And I was like, crazy shit, I wasn't arguing.
Yeah.
Like if I was here and my mom would do stuff like that, I would be like, I got it. I'm an adult. Don't. Yeah. Over there, I was just like, okay. Whatever you say, to a certain extent, I was also feeling like a kid again, and I'm like, I'm gonna listen. Yeah. I'm not gonna do crazy shit.
Because also it's a country that you really don't know how to live in. Like you were a kid when you left.
Yeah, so I literally even my cousins, every time I would go to meet one of my uncles or my aunts, they're like, why are you so very, shy and very scared almost? And I'm like, I'm not. It's just weird. It feels weird, but I would talk to people around me, and my mom would be like, don't stop talking to people that you don't know. Stop. And I'm like, it's not that bad. Like, it's fine. You talk to people. It's normal. But I feel like there is a lot more. The sense of community is a lot stronger than it was before. And I don't know how to explain
I cannot
it.
relate,
It got really, really
cannot.
stronger.
I told you my experience about Iraq was completely different. When I went after 15 years, back in 2021, December, it was completely different. I went there for 7 days. It was going to hell and coming back. And I told you this before. Yes. I don't know what you're talking about. My second time was good, but that's because I decided to overlook the bad things that I saw from the first trip.
But I feel like there is...
And also we have two different families.
But don't you think you went in the... putting in your head that you're not going to enjoy it?
The first time? Yeah. I was hella excited. I was just slapping the face here, slapping the face there, slapping the face here, slapping the face there. I was like, oh my God, what is this?
Well, okay, but also you were looking for
the second time I went,
service, and I wasn't,
the second time I went, it was slaps, but I was expecting the slaps.
You got used to it.
I was like, I'm ready to see what's going on. I was gonna oversee the bad things that I saw first, and I try to ignore it, minimize the effect of it on me, and push myself to enjoy the other things. It was a push for me.
I don't know.
To be honest, also my family's not hers. Like it wasn't. Oh my God, come here. Let's give hugs. Love you. Let's spend time. My family's not like that. They're like, oh, you back? Cool. Oh, you got older. I swear to God, like we have two different families. The type of friends that I have, all my besties, good people, they're all outside.
So yeah, you weren't
nobody
connected
inside.
with somebody. Yeah.
My cousins, we talk like once every 6 years. Like, come on.
No.
Come on. Like, it's, you are talking about the community that I didn't even live. I just saw in the streets. And I just know where I come from.
Also, your house is also very far away from the actual... Like,
I always lived that, so it wasn't a different thing for me. But I'm talking about the inside, too.
You always lived like that, a little bit farther from the city, and it's more like a farm kind of thing.
Yeah.
And when you went back, I feel like you didn't really go into the city. Like...
And no. There are so many places in Baghdad that I did not see.
Yeah.
Even when I went twice. Because each time I go, I'm going for a mission. Finish it and go back. Like, even when I had time, the people around me did not want to put the effort to take me out to those places.
That I was
because
very
for
blessed.
them, this is boring. They live there, and I don't deserve
they didn't want to put
it.
the effort. Yes. Okay, I get it. I was very, very lucky in that sense because my cousin literally took me all over Baghdad the first night.
That's
my
so
two cousins
cute.
were sitting in the back, and one of them slept. She literally slept. And my other cousin was like, you don't have to take her through the entire city in the exact same night. True. She has 2 more weeks. And I literally saw everything the first night. My family is very, very emotional. They show love so much.
Okay. Yeah.
And literally one of my uncles drove like 2 hours from the west side to come just see us.
Yeah,
and
my uncles
for 1
would
hour
never.
and left.
My uncles would never. Like, even if I dream about it, I would wake up and be like, did I really just dream about that? Like, no, we come from different families for sure.
So I feel like that also gave me
only one
more
of our
bond.
friends did that. Like, he came, picked us up, and drove us around the city, Baghdad, basically, at night. So it's like all clean, you don't see the dirt in the streets. You only see lights, and it was beautiful, gorgeous.
Night, Baghdad is
at
completely
night,
different.
it's
very beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Even
No,
in the
not a
morning,
lot
to
of
be
cars,
honest.
not a lot of traffic, only in certain areas. It was beautiful, but we only did that once, and that's from our friend that we got super close to here. In Jordan and the United States. So we were kids when we were in Iraq.
Okay. Next time we go, we're going together.
Exactly. I feel like if you go with your people, I mean, if you have family that is loving, good. But if you don't have family that is loving and excited to show you around, and they're like, "Yay, you're here," then you should go with friends for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Like, take that advice.
So
otherwise you're stuck.
Next time you're going with me, and we'll give you the experience.
Inshallah, next time I go, also have a mission, because I don't know. I just want to go for missions in Baghdad. I feel like I still can't see myself living full time there. Why lie to myself? Like I don't think I'll be okay with not having water, not having power, because we live it here in Houston. Like, I'm already getting a spice of it, and it's horrible.
There's certain areas that you get it 24 hours.
Look, if you tell me come and you never lose power because this building is amazing, I might, but back home, like, I would love to live in my house actually, but like, heaven without the people that you like is kind of hell. So
understandable. To me, I would definitely like, if you tell me right now I can teleport and take everything and go back to Iraq, I would go.
Yeah,
in a heartbeat. I cannot wait to move back there. And
full time.
I felt very listen, I would go there and I would be very close to every other place that I would want to visit. So maybe I'll go somewhere else and like have a vacation for 2 weeks, a month, and come back to Baghdad. But I would definitely have a place in Baghdad and stay there and make it my home. And that's it.
Yeah. It's
I
very
don't know
safe.
if it's anytime
it's safer
soon,
than here.
But yes, I'm working toward that goal.
Yeah.
There is nothing like how many cities I have been to, and every city I try to search for
home.
And there is nothing. Like now, I even regret waiting 15 years to go.
Gotcha.
I was kind of pushing it back because I was scared to go and not like it. But I went and I'm 100% would live there and no issues at all.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, even when the electricity goes on off for like 30 minutes, I enjoy that.
Yeah. Now we are starting with our product of the week. I'm going to start with mine since I have it right here in front of me. Is Dr. Jart. This one. I've been using it for, I don't know, like 6 years. It's a cream that, yes, it comes out green, okay? And it's supposed to even your redness. So let's say you have some redness on your face and then you put it on your face, super creamy, super thick. So it moisturizes your face a lot. And I used it a lot during my trip in Canada because it was cold there. It was like 50s and 40s. Not really. It's not dry. It was raining. It only was sunny for one day. But like when it's cold, my skin gets drier.
Yeah.
And this really helped. My skin was glowing. So
Really?
I really like it. And I use it a lot here too, to be honest.
Can you use it as a corrector?
I use it as a corrector too.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sometimes I use it at night, like over my skincare because it's super thick. I feel like it locks it all in. And yeah, I buy it from Amazon and I'm sure it's available in a lot of places. Like even Ulta, you might be able to find it even on Walmart, CVS, Walgreens. It depends. Like online, you can find it in multiple places.
Yeah.
You just have to write it in. Cecilia Pear Cream. Okay. It's just like Dr. Chart green. I only know
I'll try to give
this
it
one
a try
from the brand
because when I went to Iraq, my skin broke out of nowhere, like really bad.
This one should be smoothing,
and it's very dry there. Dry heat.
It's smooth, irritated skin.
Okay, perfect.
So this is perfect.
So even as a correction too, because I was putting my makeup, but I would still have like pimples underneath it, okay. So it would bother me. But it was my skin's usually clear, like normal, like pimples here and there, but in Iraq it was a lot, and also there was a sandstorm too.
Oh, clogged
so I
your
felt
pores.
like I feel like my pores were super clogged, even though I would like clean it up at night and everything, and
you know
exfoliate,
what? That's what I miss. I did not experience sandstorm at all during the 2 times that I went to Iraq.
Wasn't
and
bad.
It was one of my favorite things as a kid because I used to collect the sand that comes after the storm because it was super smooth and fine and it felt like beach sand. So I would collect it in jars. And it was something that I used to look forward to. Yeah. Even though I remember I had to cover my face with the cloths, like wet cloths.
Yeah, my mom too, because she has asthma, so she used to do those cloths too. But yeah, I miss it. It wasn't even bad. Like I thought my allergies were gonna get really bad. Wasn't like it was.
Oh,
nice.
That's good.
Yeah, I was surprised. Anyways, my favorite product this week is this ring. I got it from back home. I will have a little picture up here so you can see it.
It's silver
clearly.
and stone.
It is, yeah, it's natural stone and silver.
It looks really good.
I love it. It's something about the geometry. It just reminds me of a building. It's very nice. I was looking at something else and I just decided to take a look to the left and I found it and I was like, okay, never mind, because she was actually giving me the receipt for the other one and I was like, I don't want it, I want this one. And I love it. I bought a bunch of silver things from back home. I love silver, but this one was my favorite. I was very happy. It was the best purchase I have ever done.
People there love silver. And I like your necklace. Fix it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
It was flipped. Yeah. And the other one is a flip too. I think you looked down.
Probably.
Yeah.
The other one got no business being there.
I like it a lot.
It's just this. Thank you.
Silver back home is thesilver.com.
It is.
Really?
It really
was
is.
good.
So good. I saw a bunch of stuff, also copper. Very nice.
Nice.
And of course gold is
everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. But yeah, I really went in my mind there just to buy silver because
Did you go to thrift places?
Yeah, that's where.
Oh, just like the silver stuff.
Is,
not like clothing thrift.
Oh no.
Okay,
no,
other
nothing.
items. Okay.
I wanted it to so bad, but then nobody. It was one of the situations that nobody was willing to.
Nobody was excited to take you.
Yes,
Yeah,
because
it
like
happens.
thrifting in Iraq, what are you talking about?
I understand.
Literally.
Completely.
But we saw a couple of things, me and my cousin, like watches and
Nice, cool
really
stuff,
nice,
yeah.
really, really nice. But it was way overpriced.
Yeah, of course.
But I mean, the man that is selling it is an old man, and he knows exactly
Of
what he's
course,
selling.
of
Like,
course.
so I'm like, okay, like you know
Cute.
what's up. But yeah, this is my favorite product of this week.
That's cute. I like it. But
You're
I
about
like
to
the
see
other
it
one.
in every. Oh, this is the other one. In case you want to see it, it's cute too.
Zoom in. We're 4K.
Yeah.
For real. I like it. I like the
Literally.
colors and the tone, and
Thank you, Habibi.
matches your skin tone.
Thank you very much. Yeah, my auntie actually picked it for me.
She has a good taste.
Yeah,
She got
love
you.
her. Love her.
Yeah.
So yeah, do you want to tell us about your
My trip was
adventure?
2 days to Canada, Vancouver. I left Houston when it was 80 something degrees, like 89 something. And I landed in Vancouver and it was like 50 some degrees,
Hell no.
raining, so cold and rain. But it was beautiful because I got to see my sister, and we really don't get to spend any time together as siblings alone. So it was really fun. And then our friend came from Toronto to visit us with her baby, and it was so cute. It was our first time seeing her baby in real life. We usually see him on FaceTime, and it was so cute, adorable. Such a smart baby, honestly. He's like 2 and he speaks perfect. I mean, I'm lying. He's 2 and he understands a lot of things
Okay,
and can speak a little bit in two
languages.
languages.
The way he looked,
Yeah.
he looked like he's a baby, but he's like a man.
Yeah.
You know?
I think
Like, he
because
knows
he grew
exactly
up
what
with
he's doing.
her parents. So his
cute,
grandparents
so
raised him,
cute.
and their young grandpa and grandma, they're not old. So,
so
he's
cute.
around people who are older than him. So I don't
So
know. He just carries
adorable.
himself so cutely, and I don't know, just cute, very, very smart boy. And then we were invited there for a wedding for somebody that we have not seen in 15 years. No, 20 years, actually. 20 years.
That's insane. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. It was
So
my
cute,
mom's
though.
friend daughters, but they're also Tuta's friends. They are very close in age, same age. And one of them was getting married, and we went and saw them. And honestly, it felt like I saw them yesterday when I saw them. It's so weird because I
That's
told
the
them
best
that
thing.
nothing has changed. It's so weird. I don't know if it was social media or you guys, but like I felt nothing has changed. And it's just nice feelings when you are around people that you know kind of all your life. You know, all my life I know these people, and now like I saw them after 20 years of not seeing them, and it just felt so comfortable for some reason. And that's it, honestly. It wasn't much activities. We just went to parks there. We saw some places, nice places in Vancouver, completely different than Iraq. Like, come on.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
It's just
But it's nice.
different than Houston too. Of course, it's
that you looked at
beautiful.
different weather, different,
Exactly.
and it looked really beautiful.
Yes.
Nature is
Yes.
naturing, so
Nature
that's nice.
is naturing. Like I know I come from Houston where it's green, but there it's not just green. It's everything is
Don't
naturing.
compare
The
it.
flowers, and it was springtime in Vancouver. It doesn't even snow there, so the flowers never die. Basically, everything is so nice. It rains 75 or 80% of the year, so
Yeah, that's a bit
the
too much.
flowers are flowering. They have nice greenery, nice views. The nature is so beautiful. The views are nice. The city is small yet it's big, you know.
It looked
I
like
liked
a
it a lot
fairy.
more than Toronto. I've been to Toronto before. I think 2019 or 2020. I really can't. I think 2019 when I went to Toronto, and I did not like it at all. Toronto is just a city. Like you don't see views, you know.
Yeah.
It's it didn't do much difference
from a city,
from
a
my
big
city, from
yeah.
Houston, you know. So when I went to Vancouver, it was hilly. The views are nice. They have water, like you can see the water, and parks, and the real estate there is expensive.
Yeah, you were saying.
Expensive. expensive. Like a condo is $1 million plus.
No, thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's good for investments.
It's good.
But
But it's just like I can't also live in a city that rains 80% of the
Yeah.
year. Like no matter how beautiful the city is, for me that's depression forever, you know?
Totally.
So like
Yeah.
it's beautiful when I go and visit for
Yeah.
sure.
But the picture, I've never been. I just saw Thuraya's pictures.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The nature
like it
is
looks like a
crazy.
fairy tale.
Yeah.
Like it's insane.
I mean, we also went to a botanical garden that was amazing.
but you
But
showed me the
streets,
houses.
yeah.
That street, that's insane. The
No, it
amount
was-
of greenery in the picture is like 70%.
And you know what I also like about the city of Vancouver? I feel like the places that I went to, people walk. So it's normal to walk in the city.
That's what my friend said
And that's one of the
too.
things that I would never not like.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I
Walkable
love
cities are the
walkable
best.
cities is something that I love and admire about cities. So it's nice. Like it's just a different environment.
It really is the best.
Did you notice that Iraq is walkable?
Oh hell yeah!
but
That's the best thing too. Like me and my cousin, we would just go to the supermarket. He would go grab something, and I'm like, "Can I come with you?" And he's like, "Just sit home. You don't have to." I'm like, "Please."
yeah, of
We
course.
would just go, and it's the next block.
Yeah.
Just walk. That's like, so much joy. There's so many supermarket, pharmacies, different clothing stores, and you would just walk in and you get your grocery in daily fresh.
Yeah,
And
I love
that.
Yeah.
Oranges, so good over there. Cucumber
Cucumber
amazing.
tastes different.
So good. So good. Yes. And my aunt actually in their garden, they have arugula, they have mint, they have everything they need in the garden. So they get
love that.
everything daily fresh. So nice.
Yeah.
So that I love too.
I've seen a lot of people that do their own gardens, vegetable gardens, and I applaud for you. I know it's not easy and good job, and I look forward to doing that in the future. And may I be capable of raising my own as well, because it's actually a really beautiful thing to do.
Inshallah. Ya Rab. Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Like a farm is the goal.
Even a small section
Everything.
of your garden that you just plant your produce as well. Like,
as in a practice.
yeah,
and then you
exactly.
scale up.
Extend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you have a small family, like, you don't have
True,
like
true.
12, 13 people to feed. You're only like 2, 3, so it's
True.
nice to have your own things in the garden.
I never understood that thing when we used to go to the farm to visit my dad's family. They were a smaller family.
Yeah.
They're like 6 kids and my aunt and uncle and my grandpa, and that's it. So when we would all go to them, it's like 70 of us. They would feel so much joy and happiness and stuff like that and excited. And when we were about to leave, they tell us how much bored they are. And I'm like, how do you get bored? You have that much land.
Yeah.
So much to do. But I never really understood where they're coming from. Now that I'm older, it makes sense because it's like a lot of space, but it's only few of you. You can't do everything, that you want.
Yeah.
So sometimes too big of a space is also, it makes you feel lonely. Like,
I agree.
But yeah.
Anything else you want to add from your trip?
That I will be going back there soon, inshallah. And I miss the coffee.
I'm sure they have good coffee.
Rada Alwan, it's the one and only.
Nice. Okay. I'll try it when I go.
The best. They have a hazelnut coffee. Oh my God.
Wow.
I've never tasted coffee this good. And the face of it, how we say the face is like
Creamy?
Not creamy, but like when they bring you coffee in Arab,
Oh, okay.
if the face is not there, it's not a good coffee.
Oh, the Turkish coffee. If the foam is not there, okay,
exactly.
Foamy a little bit.
It's full. Like it's
Okay,
always good.
okay.
So
I didn't know whether you were talking about espresso shots and drinks or you were talking about Turkish coffee.
it's a shot.
Yeah.
But it has it's a Turkish shot, I guess.
Turkish
whatever
coffee,
you call.
yeah.
I'm not really good with coffee, but they have hazelnut in it. It's amazing.
That's good.
Really good.
They make the best Turkish coffee in
Really?
Iraq. I know it's Turkish coffee, but we really do make it the best
The
because
best,
we
yeah.
add some stuff to it,
Yeah,
not just coffee.
Really good. So I miss that. I can't wait.
You'll go back. I feel like
Yeah.
once you go to Iraq after not going for a very long time, it becomes easier to go.
Of course.
You know, like once you have that initial shock gone and done with it, then it's easier to go multiple times after and after.
Yeah.
Great. I don't have anything to add from my trip. It was fun. And
Would you go again?
To Vancouver? Yeah, it's a nice city to visit again, but definitely when it's a little bit hotter, like maybe.
Okay, just checking in
Yeah,
in case I want to go, so you can.
No, Vancouver, I would go. Toronto, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would go to Toronto for one day.
I mean, it's worth seeing. There's no place in the world that is not worth seeing, no matter how ugly it is. Yeah. In my opinion, there's always something to see.
Experience.
You know, it's an experience.
Yeah.
But there are few places that I would want to go again. Willingly. You know. So, and Vancouver is definitely one of them. It's a cute, nice city. I like it. Okay. And it's not far away from Houston. Direct flight was 4 hours and something.
Okay.
And coming back was exactly 4 hours.
Yeah. Nice.
So it was
when
very
you showed
short.
me the pictures, it's giving Seattle.
Yes. And DC.
That's why I was...
DC
too?
Yeah, DC.
DC's
like
very
groomy a little bit.
The groominess. Yes. I thought you meant like the city and the vibe.
Seattle. Yes, because it's mostly groomy as well, and it rains a lot.
The nature is beautiful.
Yes,
and the city is calm.
And DC is because it's walkable, and like how the shops are and how the style of the homes are. It reminds me of DC.
Okay, yeah. I thought you meant like the chaos. DC is insane.
No. Walkability and how the homes are styled.
Okay,
yeah.
I've been to DC for a couple hours, and I was almost gonna get insane. Like I hated it. It's too much.
Yeah,
but yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah,
alrighty.
And that was it for this season. Imagine.
This is it.
It's the longest season that I've ever felt, to be honest, you guys. Yeah, I don't know why. I feel like so much has happened during those 13 weeks.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, 13 weeks of the season.
Yeah.
So much has happened. But it took long.
We can't wait for you guys. This was a very special season. It's number 8, and we told you this before. So we cannot wait for number 9, and we will have a lot of exciting things to show you.
Yes.
And experience with you.
We'll see you next time. If you haven't listened to any of the previous episodes, go binge watch us, binge listen to us. We're fun. Not at all times, but most of the time we're fun. Sometimes we're fighting, sometimes we're agreeing, sometimes we're boring, 99%. Sometimes we're fun. Yeah.
Yes.
So enjoy this, and don't miss us too much. We'll be back soon.
Bye, guys.
Mwah.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye,
Rate
guys.
us.